right, welcome to lesson 2.4, solving equations with the variables on both sides. Make sure you get your name and date, and then this page should be hole punched and put into your binder. All right, so we are solving equations with variables on both sides. You are going to identify equations that are identities or have no solution. So we get two more different kinds of equations that come up. So we'll get an identity is true for every value of the variable, every possible value. No solution has no value of the variable that makes it true. All right? We are going to use properties of equality and inverse operations to write a series of equivalent equations. So we're going to be solving an equation. So we've got equals. So we need to come up with an answer. So this time we have a variable over on the left side. We have a variable on the right side. Okay? Most of the time, not all, most of the time I like to take the smaller variable and use an inverse operation to get it moved over and combined. And then we're back to our regular two-step problem, still using inverse operations. And I have solved that equation. Most of the time, let's use that inverse operation. I'll show you, there will be some coming up where you will see where I change what I do. I am expecting you to show each step. I am expecting you to circle answers. Okay? Give the bottom three a try. We will discuss answers in class. I think I forgot to do that yesterday. Somebody should remind me. All right, now we get some words. An office manager spent $650 on a new energy-saving copier that will reduce the monthly electric bill from $112 down to $88. In how many months will the copier pay for itself? Define a variable. So I'm going to let m equal the number of months. So I started off with spending $112 a month on my copier, and now it's going to cost me $88 a month, but I had to spend $650 to get there. Here's my variable on each side. Take the smaller, most of the time, your magic blue box will read something like this. About 27 months, that new copier will pay for itself. Okay? Let's try this one. I won't make you do this one on your own. Brad needs to rent a truck to move out of his house. One company charges $50 plus $10 a mile, and another company charges $20 and 30 cents a mile. After how many miles are the costs equal? All right, so define a variable. I'm going to let m equal the number of miles driven. All right, so the first company charges 10 cents a mile and $50. And the second company charges 30 cents a mile and $20. Okay? Here's my variable. I'm going to start with a smaller variable. I'm going to use an inverse operation. Subtract a 20. I get 30 equals 0.20 m. 0.20, and I'm going to get 150 miles. All right. Solving an equation with grouping symbols. Usually we think of parentheses, but we do get brackets. We get all kinds of different grouping symbols. Sometimes even our division bar is a grouping symbol. All right, so it looks like I'm going to have to distribute. And move my smaller term. A negative divided by a positive is a negative, and 30 divided by 6 is 5. Distribute. Okay, so here is one time where I won't take my smaller one and move it. I'm actually going to go this direction because I just like to keep everything positive. If you went the other direction, you would still come up with the same answer as long as you did the arithmetic correct. Okay? Go ahead and give those a try, and I hope somebody reminds me in class to go over the answers. All right, now we come up with identities and no solutions. This is what these questions look like. We're going to solve them the same way. I get 12b minus 6 equals minus 6 plus 12b. Doesn't really matter. I'll subtract a 12b from each side. And I get something that looks like negative 6 equals negative 6. Well, yeah, that is true, which means this is an identity problem. So your answer is, this is what you write, infinitely many solutions. No, you may not abbreviate. infinitely many solutions. I guess I don't need this. All right, let's try this one over here. 2x plus 7 equals negative 3 plus 2x. Subtract the 2x. 7 equals negative 3. Well, not on planet Earth it doesn't. Your answer is no solution. Okay, give these two a try. And remind me to check the answers in class. Have an awesome day.